Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've enjoyed the latest content on this little beaut. Switched out the red dot for a crossfire. I think it fits a little bit better, a little bit smaller and out of the way. Got, I think, a Somo gear peck on there, the inexpensive one. And while I wait for further bits from Lambda, I know they are Lambda. I know they are working on further parts, so this isn't the end of the GHM9, but I am looking at something super exciting today, especially for those out there that love a certain type of content on this channel. Now, when some of you that have been watching me for a while, whether it was the old Bespoke channel and you've come over here or vice versa, those of you that known and follow me for a while knew what was going to happen when I had that really poor experience with the VFC APFG MCX Rattler. And a few of you probably did see this coming. And I've wanted one of these ever since they were announced. However, I thought, you know what? I do want a Rattler or an MCX GBB. However, the only way to get one where it's worth its salt is going to be with the MWS platform. So today, we're looking at the Toxicant MCX conversion kit for the Marui MWS. Now, you'll see it comes in a really nice box here. These kits aren't cheap for the average user. However, compared to some conversion kits out there, they're very affordable. Now, one thing, I have quickly opened this just to make sure everything was fine. One thing that did really sort of surprise me with this was I wasn't going to be doing content on this conversion kit just yet. I was going to wait. And that was because I thought I was going to need to buy another MWS or butcher one of my other MWSs to steal parts to build the conversion kit on there. And what you'll see in today's video is very surprising. So you can buy these straight from Toxicant. Again, this isn't something they've sent me. This is something that I purchased. I think one night I just purchased it late at the night. Thought nothing of it. We've all been there. We've all done it. And then I had an email, I think a couple of days after, from another well-known brand, which was Ace One Arms. It was an Ace One Arms email address. So I'm guessing Ace One Arms has something to do with Toxicant, whether it's one of their sub-brands. I'm not too sure. However, this was purchased directly from them, and this turned up super, super fast. So we're going to take a look at this today. And you'll see it's not a huge box. There is packaging here. There was extra packaging, so everything was wrapped in bubble wrap as well, which I've took out. And then once I put the kit back in the bag, I didn't really see the point in putting the bubble wrap back on there. So we're going to take these little bits out. We've got two little bags. We've got some padding in there, which we'll remove. And this is very much a case that you could use. You know, if it still fits in there once it's completed, I'll use this case, but we'll get to that eventually. So nice case, very much a pro, and a nice surprise that they come in these hard cases. Didn't expect it to. I expected it to come in a nondescript box. So I went with the Rattler. It's going to be loud, I apologise. I went with the Rattler kit, and I picked the dark grey colour. Now look at that. Full MCX trademarks. Now this isn't a licensed product by any means, but look at the lovely markings on that. And this kit already looks loads better than that APFG. It comes with a bolt installed, and one of the main things that really caught me off guard is, even though this is a conversion kit, it's pretty much 99% there. From what I can gather, just looking through the plastic in here, and we'll debag these in just a moment. From what I can gather, the only things you need to run this kit, and again, we're going to find out if this is true or not. Stock, I mean, you don't have to run a stock, but you can. I have ordered one. You need a magazine and you need an inner barrel. And I think that's it, but we're going to find out. So this is the kit from Toxicant, as you'll see. I mean, the machining, unlike the what they call this part now, my mind has gone blank, but the adjuster, the gas adjuster, I can't remember the physical name for this. It's just completely popped out of my head. But I do know it, just my brain isn't working. But you see the machining on it is really, really nice. Wow. And there's no flex in this at all. It is absolutely rock solid, which we like. So what else have we got in the little box, or the bags that come in the kit? So we've got a grip here. The grip has a little pin and spring, which I presume is for the fire selector. Or no, that's going to be for the rear takedown pin. So we've got a spring, we've got a little stopper there, we've got a nut which will go in here to fit the grip, and then we've got a bolt. Dead straightforward. We can put that on first because it's not going to take us long at all. What will be interesting to see is how good the QC is on the takedown pins and if we have to hammer it out or not. So I presume this goes in like that. I'm going to pop the spring in, and no instructions in the box. I don't know if there's instructions on their website, but we're just going to wing it and hope for the best. So we're going to pop the grip on here, slide that straight vertically down so we compress the spring properly. What fitting is that? That looks like a 3mm to me. Do we have a 3mm Allen key? I've got 2.5. No, it's not 2.5. You watch now, I'm not going to have a 3mm Allen key. What have I done with that? Right, let's locate the 3mm Allen key and I'll be right back. Right, found it. So we've got a 3mm screw here, Allen screw. I'm going to snug that down. To be insanely tight, but we don't want it coming loose. So that's the grip fitted. It's actually really comfortable for the size. Don't know if that's going to stay there, whether I'm going to change it out for a Magpul one. But we will see. What else have we got in our bag of goodies? We have a flash hider. Really nice looking flash hider, to be honest. I really do like that. Better than just getting a bird cage. So we've got a hop adjustment unit, and then in the bag we've got a nub, got an arm, we've even got a hot rubber. Do you know, it's nice that's included. Hop unit, looks kind of shiny, but you know, again, something that you don't have to buy or chop down a MWS to get. We've got a hop arm there, so we can put a Titan nub in here. I'll probably be putting a Titan nub and a flamingo in. Haven't got a clue what this part is, but I'm sure we'll find out. So those bits aside, let's see if we can split this upper receiver here. Now I was able to push that pin, and I am able to grab this. Need to turn it so it sits in the channel, the pin. One pin, front pin comes out nice and easy as well. That is extremely light. And we've got a trigger box in there already. It's not something that we have to fit. Let's get our little tiny little magnets here. So hammer steel, hammer roller. I'm not sure if it is steel. It wants to sort of jump around. Could be. All the other parts, the Z plate is also steel, but the rest seem to be like a machined aluminium, which isn't bad. See steel takedown pins. Got a huge buffer block here that feels like a Cetal or Delrin. So yeah, extremely nice. Very, very lightweight. Can we weigh that? Let's see if we can get an accurate weight on the lower there. Scales jump into action. Ooh. So the lower is 566 grams, and the upper 967 grams. So about 1.5 kilos, roughly. We can pull this back here and we can eject the bolt. We've got a charging handle which comes with it, ambi charging handle there, very nice. Fits in nice and snug, no rattle, nothing loose. You can see there, of course, there is no inner barrel hop unit, anything like that installed. It's just a through and through. Does the handguard come off nicely, or is it tight? Oh, even that's like really good QC. Jesus. 300 blackout on the barrel here. Got a gas block. Got a gas. Again, all these names are just, I'm overcome with excitement at the moment because I cannot wait to put this together. Let's have a look at the bolt. So we've got multi-cal on the bolt there. Let's see what material it is. I'm guessing it's some kind of steel. No, it could be stainless. It doesn't feel like aluminium. And to be honest with you, to have that catch, unless it's a really high grade of aluminium, but we've got some little rollers here. These can slide off, so we'll have to be careful with those little brass rollers. Dual springs. Is that something to do with that? I wonder if that's something to do with this. Ah. I bet that's something to, there's like a spacer that sits on there for the hop adjuster. That would make sense. Not really sure which way around that goes. Nozzle, standard MWS style looking nozzle there. Not sure what brand that is. It looks really high quality. Looks really, really high quality, to be honest. Time will tell how that goes. Nice spring fitted on there. It's going to fall off. So yeah, it's ticking all the boxes, isn't it? Now we can put the, see what we'll do. Let's pop this back together. I'm not sure if it matters which way around that goes. But yeah, imagine that block goes in like that, which is where your hop adjuster is going to go. And this slides in here. Got rollers top and bottom on the bolt system to make sure it's nice and smooth, I imagine. Upper and lower. Does it have the 2 clicks? So I don't think it has the 2. So with a lot of MCX stuff, you can have like 2 clicks on this pin. So it will hold the upper and lower together without being in the way of the handguard. Now I don't think it has that. So let's put the handguard on first because we're going to need to do that. Oh, the fitment on that is absolutely astonishing. What you're getting here, I was expecting, you know, a £600 conversion kit, which then you've got to go spend £500-600 on an MWS, and this, I was expecting this to be like a £1,200 build, but this is essentially a gas blowback MCX MWS that's missing one crucial part to run it, apart from magazine. But you know, if you're buying this kit, you're going to have the mags. Honestly, I'm absolutely gobsmacked because I can't understand. Like, you would pay that amount of money for the APFG Rattler, which doesn't have trades, has really crappy performance, and you know the MWS infrastructure in terms of the gas blowbacks M4 series is far superior to the VFC one. Now, I'm sure I'm going to anger a lot of people out there. Honestly, guys. Okay, I'm going to do the disclaimer, it's my opinion, but honestly, it is far superior to the VFC system. And we've got a 14mm counterclockwise thread on the barrel. Now, I do have a really nice suppressor that would go on here. But I did, if you've seen my other Rattler video, I really did like the way it was nice and short with that. Now I have ordered a stock, like I said before, I've ordered an Airsoft artisan stock. And the stock that I've ordered is one to mimic the stock that was on Garantham's Rattler when he did the latest video he did on the Rattler. Simple side folder. I do have the sliding stock, which I'm sure some of you are going to get angry at me if I don't try it. But the only reason I'm not going to go for one of these style stocks on this platform is just because if you look everywhere, if you look on the SIG website, if you look at like gun tubers over in the US, they all have that side folder. So that's what I'm going for. I want it to mimic obviously the real one. So that really is nice and smooth. The trigger, so let's ghost it together. So that's the take up. As you come off the reset, you're right where the trigger drops. Yeah, you're right where the trigger resets on the drop. Now, there is a bit of take up when you haven't already shot it, so there's a bit of a notch and then it releases. It's a really quiet trigger. Now I do have, for reference, an MWS. That isn't a standard box. Neither's that. What has a standard trigger unit in it? There we go. The B15, that has a standard trigger in it. So I'd say it's just marginally better than the standard MWS box. This is very slick and smooth, but again, this is the B15 build. Now you'll see something on here. This is a real steel PDW stock. These are going to be available on the Jaeger Precision website very soon. They'll fit Systemas, anything with a mil-spec thread. I was going to fit one onto the B15 build, but I have run into a little issue where it sort of hits the 2 QD points for the sling. Now, I wouldn't probably use a sling at that section there. I do want it to be able to collapse. The reason I've gone to a real stock is because the receiver was actually threaded to mil-spec. And this 5KU stock, in my opinion, honestly, they're garbage. So that'll be something we look at very soon. This one has the rip brace rails on it. So you'll see I had the same stock on the MTW. Let me grab the MTW. Where is it? Where is that expensive paperweight? At the moment, I'm only saying paperweight because I haven't used it. So you'll see when we build the MTW, this is the same stock. You just rip it out. So it'll fit anything with a mil-spec style thread. I'm going off topic here. I apologise. So let me get back to the point. But yeah, I'll be using the side folder just because that's what I see on SIG's website. Granddaddy Garantham, you know, the goat. If you like firearm stuff, I mean, he just makes some really cool videos. So I looked at what he was doing. I went for the grey just to be a little bit different from the black, and I will be doing my MPX in a similar grey as well. What do you think of this? Do I have an MWS mag so we can give it a go? Let's try find one. Standard MWS magazine. So you can run it like that. As well as the standard MWS magazine. We can run a shorty. Nice and cool. Or, predominantly how I'm going to run it is with none other than the GMP mags. Because, why wouldn't you? I have seen, now my P mags after over a period of time, they do start leaking from the bottom. I have seen that GM have done like an adjustable plate, like a 2-part plate. So you put that on and then you've got 2 grub screws so you can tighten it up. So as soon as I can get them, I'll get those fitted and give them a try. Do we have any gas in these? I'm not doing that one. Bolt lock works. And that mag is empty. We've got something with a bit more gas in. Nope, empty. Empty. These might have a bit in. Empty. I did empty all the mags because I lent them out and the chap was using green gas, and I don't use green gas, I use propane, so they are all emptied. But it seems to function perfectly fine. Obviously get these topped up because they've been left empty. I might have to service them first. But the trigger feels good. The everything, all the controls, how smooth it is. The safety works really, really nice and slick. Pins coming in and out nice and easy, and the gun is solid. Now that's one of the biggest pros I look for. Being able to push the pins out with your fingers, you don't have to hit them out with a hammer, and when it's together and it still comes apart easy, the gun being nice and tight. Honestly, that is one of the best receiver fits I think I've ever felt. There's just no flex in it whatsoever. And yeah, you can get that on other guns, but like a couple of the VFC stuff I looked at, you really have to smack the pins out. So I have a Rattler. It's running the GOAT system, which is the MWS infrastructure, and I cannot wait to do more videos on this. I just thought I'd get it on camera and do a quick overview with you guys. This is how you'd receive it. And literally all I've done is put a grip on and the gun works. I mean, yes, we've got to fit the inner barrel and the hop unit, which is all supplied here for you. I do have a barrel out the B15 PDW build, which might be the right length. If it is, I'm going to put it in this first over that one. So thanks for tuning into this video. It's probably gone on longer than it should do, but you know, guys know how I get, especially Marui GBB stuff. This thing just looks absolutely tits, doesn't it? Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this conversion kit that is actually a 99.9% conversion kit, where all you have to do is put your accessories on and in a barrel. I mean, that, for the money. The shipping was free. There was no import charges, and it came super quick. So I think once I get this together, I'm probably going to order their Spear LT, and I think their Toxicant are doing the big Spear, like the 308. Is it 308, 762? Oh, you know, I'm sure many of you out there will know better than I do. But when they release that, I'll be looking at that as well. But as always, from me and Bench, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.